The California Chamber of Commerce, also known as the Cal Chamber, helps businesses do business in California. Their programs assist businesses in providing good-paying jobs and generating the revenues needed to run the state.
The California Chamber of Commerce is the state's largest and broadest advocacy organization and business association. We're working on legislation, on advocacy, on regulations that impact everyone throughout the state. But a real important part of what we do is our engagement with local chambers of commerce, giving them information in order to be as successful as possible. We actually offer a range of services and trainings about hot topics, required labor law posters that every employer is required to put in their place of business, to wizards that help you create your employee handbook. We really do our best to try to make sure our businesses succeed. We do also watch for emerging issues in the labor law and human resources side of things. The Cal Chamber is incredibly important for local businesses and businesses throughout California, watching out for what policies are moving in the capital and trying to move those policies, creating a more favorable business environment. I think we can sometimes get pigeonholed into we're just looking out for our members, and that's not the case. But the work that we do really benefits all Californians because we truly do believe that a thriving community, a thriving state is built on a foundation of successful businesses.
The Chamber of Commerce of the United States is the world's largest business organization. Members range from small businesses and city chambers of commerce to large industry associations and global corporations. Spirit of Innovation executive producer Diane Strand chatted with Jennings Emmel, Vice President of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Western Regional Office, to find out more.
Well, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce is the world's largest business association. We represent about 3 million businesses across the country of every size, shape, sector, making sure that we're passing bills that are good for the business community, that will help the business community continue to grow, expand, create jobs, innovate. So we work directly with the House and the Senate. We've developed relationships across the spectrum with Republicans and Democrats in Washington, D.C., working on just about every conceivable issue you can imagine that impacts the business community. So we've got a Global Energy Institute that works on energy issues. We've got the Institute for Legal Reform that helps businesses with the litigation environment, not just in Washington, D.C., but across the states as well. We've got a U.S. Chamber Foundation that works on workforce issues. We've got a small business department as well that represents small business on Capitol Hill.
What recent U.S. Chamber of Commerce accomplishments are you most proud of?
We've got quite a few, especially when you look at the 117th Congress. That was the previous Congress, where a lot of folks coming into that Congress didn't think a whole lot was possible, given how divided things were. Ultimately, we were able to get some really big things done for the business community, and the one that really stands out is the bipartisan infrastructure bill that we got across the finish line. Of course, it had bipartisan support, and that was a big win for the business community. We did something very similar a couple years before that, when we were able to get USMCA, the US-Mexico-Canada Agreement, which was the NAFTA rewrite, the free trade agreement with Canada and Mexico.
So those are some really great accomplishments that you should be really proud of.
Thank you.
I want to thank you so much for coming and sharing your story with us and letting us hear what the U.S. Chamber has to do. I'm a big chamber advocate, so thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks again for having me.